but I have all of my faculties working. Everything is working. So then what? I divorce you because of that? Because it gets hard? The vows said, in sickness and in health, for better or for worse.
Yes.
It doesn't say when it gets bad or when it gets worse, figure something out as a workaround. I mean, and then let me be real for a minute. It's 2019. They got sex dolls that do everything that a human does. I am super sorry, but that's what he could have done. He could have did that. You could. There's support. There are support groups out there. There's support groups out there that they could have. He could have.
Come on now.
They say it feel real. I don't know. I'm just saying he got options though. He didn't have to just go out and get a girlfriend. And I'm not saying he looked for somebody. He's saying he just so happened to find this companion who knew what he was going through. And God bless him. But he still had options and alternatives, is my point.
So that's not cheating if he wouldn't got a sex dial.
It ain't nobody that has a
pulse. It don't matter though. It's still. Oh my God. You go. You sound like one of them angry black women that sending this man black death threats and stuff.
Oh like Lord. Oh Lord.
We can't sit here and judge this man based on what his decision was, based on the conversation him and his wife had. Whether it's right or wrong, if him and his wife had that conversation, people should be mad at her for even allowing this man, giving this man as much leeway to do it. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, don't point the finger at this man and say that he's wrong because he moved this woman in the household and all that stuff, and he's telling us that his wife gave him permission to do that. Mm-hmm. If anything, be mad at her. That's why I said, if they had that conversation, where was her mind capacity at then? Was this the beginning stages of Alzheimer's? Was this before they had, since she had Alzheimer's or whatever? Or, we don't know that. Only thing we can be doing, we looking from the outside, looking in, passing judgment on this man.
And we're taking the words that he said.
And we're taking the words that he said. That's what I said. Was this put in her will? Was this put in black and white? Was it notarized, signed, documented? We don't know that. But at the end of the day, it's not going to stop nothing. It's already going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. We ain't got to deal with that. As people, fans, whatever, when he go see his maker, he will have to deal with that here on his own. Yeah, we can be angry and outside upset, say it's wrong, but what if the shoes are on the other foot?
Yeah.
And he had Alzheimer's. Even though she's the breadwinner, she's the most family one, but she's thinking about her husband, but then she moved a white man in or a man in and all that stuff. Well, shoot, it don't matter because he didn't have it anyway. She made it. I guarantee you that'd be the conversation.
Mm-hmm. It would definitely be a conversation because I'd be in on it and I'd still say she was wrong. Nope. I'd say she was wrong.
How can you say she's wrong if she's on the foot, but she's not wrong for telling this man to do this?
He's wrong for doing it. Just like she would be wrong for doing it, is what I'm saying. You can. It goes both ways.
Wrong, even though he told her to do the same thing, even though she's following her husband's wishes. And if he told her, she was on the foot, if he told her, you know what, I want you to move forward, I want you to be happy, I know you have needs and everything, go ahead and do that, and she was to do that, she would be wrong?
Yes. I'm going to have to say yes. I'm sorry. You don't get married just to hop out when stuff gets real. You don't. That's just how I feel. I saw my dad. And I hate to really bring a lot of personal stuff in this, but I saw my dad as a 12-year-old take care of my mother. He didn't stray. And even after her death, because I don't believe they were having relations when she was sick. And even after that, he may have dated one or two people, but nobody was a main fixture there. Prior to him dying, maybe a week or two before that, my sister had a conversation with him, and she asked, why didn't he get remarried? Because he had a lot of people who wanted to, but they couldn't come over to the house. Nobody could come over to the house like that. Mm-hmm. And he said, because I knew that you and, let's just say Crew, I know that you and Krewella wouldn't be able to handle that, and I didn't want to bring that in there. So on the strength of his children, he didn't tramp no women in and out of his house for over 30 years. My mother passed when she was 44. He was 54 when she passed, and he didn't die until he was 81. Mm-hmm. So don't tell me that this is not selfish. This man is selfish. And then he had the nerve to go on and say stuff like, well, I'm the one who's spent all this money donating to the Alzheimer's and brain foundations and associations. That means that you got a guilty conscience, my dear. Sir, you're wrong. And you can sit here and justify it all you want to, that you got needs and all that stuff. You could have, abstain and take care of your wife, because it doesn't say that you have any nannies or anybody helping you. Mm-hmm. It said that he had the girlfriend helping, period. So if you had just yourself there in your situation, you're in the thick of it, and you had a support group, meaning people coming in to help you, you wouldn't need that. Come on. I just think this is really ridiculous. I'm going to go ahead and get off my soapbox, because we just going to have to.
Yeah, because like I said, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying he's right for it, but my thing is, don't get mad at him if they had this conversation.
I'm not mad. Let me tell you this. I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at his actions. His actions are totally foul. And that brings me to the question. What are his actions, in your opinion, proper, petty, or pathetic?
I believe his actions are pathetic.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like, if this is what a conversation him and his wife had prior to her illness, or the early stage of her illness, or whenever they had this conversation, and in his mind, in his heart and soul, he feels as if he's carrying out his wife's wishes, then so be it.
I never knew of this man before B. Smith. My final thought is, honor your vows. Things get hard. Deal with it. Deal with it in the best way that you and your partner know how. Not you, your partner, and somebody else you bring in. It doesn't work like that. It just does not. That's a slippery slope, and you're not going to sit here and sell me, at least, that is the new norm for the modern family in 2019. And with that being said, you guys go on over to www.WriAck Radio. That's www.WriAck Radio, radio.com. Go on to the message board, the reaction board, and then you can go to the portion that is for proper, petty, or pathetic. Mention this B. Smith story and then give us your insight on it, because I'd love to definitely hear some responses, and we will be able to double back on this conversation and read some of the responses. So again, that is www.WriAckRadio.com. Hit up the reaction board and you can give us your thoughts. And you can also follow us on Facebook at WriAck Radio or Kaizen and Krewella. Our personal pages.
Also, don't forget to subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that.
Because we're there. Thank you.
And plus, just make sure y'all like, comment, share, get familiar, and don't forget to hit the message board, because we want to know what's your reaction.
Peace, y'all. We're going to go ahead and go out.